Dear Diary, and definitely not a letter to an undisclosed recipient. I'm getting kind of frustrated waiting around for a promotion. I'd assume these guys were just leading me on, but they have assured me that junior senior is a thing. I still have my suspicions, but why hello there, you heard nothing. Anyway, welcome back to the Prime's Archives. I'm still Gabe, I'm still waiting for a promotion, and I know what you're here for. You want to know what we know about Retribution's Unholy Crusade. Don't worry, I'm ready. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why go to the Prime for information about the Crusade instead of going to the Empire? You see, we have no reason to embellish the truth like Retribution would. It's all well and good that he wants to puff up his chest and make himself look big, but it doesn't help you to know what actually happened, which is what's important. The Black Empire defines the Crusade as the period of time starting after Retribution sealed the realm of Hell and ends with the fall of Capital City. That's a stretch of time that covers several thousands of years and is wildly inaccurate. Our historians, and many of those in the Black Empire, define the Unholy Crusade as the period of time starting when Retribution first attacked the nations of the world and ended with the fall of Capital City. We choose the more precise window of time because that's when Retribution made his intentions clear to the rest of the world. We don't know exactly what events started the Crusade or how he even managed to seize control of several countries around the world. We do know that his move immediately after launching his campaign to conquer the world was his first attempt to conquer Capital City. What should have been a simple conquest actually turned into a major defeat for Retribution, as a mysterious power assisted the defense in Capital City and kept Retribution out. Ultimately, that would be the first and last time the future army of man would defeat Retribution. Elsewhere, Retribution and the Empire were unstoppably victorious. They were relentless in their conquests, even in the face of the most powerful weapons the army of man had at their disposal. The only real defenses that the army of man could rely on were peacemaker ammunition granted to them by Iblis before he was sealed away, and a light essence armor that Dusk of Iblis crafted for them that granted them access to magical powers. Eventually, Retribution came back to Capital City and found himself at an impasse. Underneath Capital City, Iblis of Light had drafted a massive spell circle designed to keep the city safe from magical threats. The Army of Man had activated and sustained this spell circle using Light Essence armor. For Retribution, this meant that the bulk of his army was barred from entering Capital City. This strategy worked for the Army of Man for years, but Retribution worked with the forces he already had in Capital City to foil their plans. The Black Empire designed an equally large spell circle deeper underneath Capital City to counter Iblis' circle. To Retribution's delight, his counter circle worked, and Capital City fell within hours. The Council of Man, in a last-ditch effort to stop Retribution, ordered Dusk to use the powerful Star Shatter cannon aboard the Ark. Retribution, realizing their plot, quickly went to stop the cannon's fire from making contact with the Earth, but Dusk of Iblis attempted to stop him. Fortunately, this was one moment where Retribution held the moral high ground and he successfully saved the planet from exploding. Dusk then retreated to the Ark in shame, and Retribution finally completed his conquest. After that, well, that leads us here. While I'm sure you're just excited to hear what happened between then and now, I feel like it's unnecessary to talk about. You already know what happened, don't be silly. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you'll come back on Friday when we're going to talk about magism. I'll see you then. Hi, I'm Gabe, and it took me a lot longer than it should have to record this in Slate. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss the next one. If you want more content from me, consider following me on Twitter, where eventually I'll tweet some more. If you want to learn more about anything I'm talking about or catch some details I missed, consider buying my books. Links are in the description below. Also consider checking out the Tumblr, where I post side stories and art about the books that I can't really put anywhere else. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.